always working out. And even when they don't look like they are, they are. And when they look like they are, they really are too. But things are working out for you even when they look like they're not working out for you. And so asking yourself how they might be working out even when it feels like they're not working out is beneficial, because things are always working out for you even when they look like they're not working out for you. What we are wanting to amplify is that since there are so many things in your vortex, and since your inner being knows what all of them are and how they fit together, when you get into the receptive mode, it's possible for many, many things that you care about to all be coming into place at the same time. It isn't a linear thing where one good thing leads to another good thing, leads to another good thing, leads to another good thing. 5 good things could lead to 5 more good things, could lead to 100 more good things. When you get into the receptive mode, everything that's in your vortex is now receivable by you. It is very helpful to acknowledge something that you want when it comes about. We've been saying for many years, and if you've been listening for a while, you've undoubtedly heard this many times, that there are 2 ways to know how you're doing vibrationally. One is by how you're feeling, and the other is by what's happening. And we've always said that both are good sources of very good information. We will always continue to say that. It doesn't matter if you figured out that you're not in the receptive mode because you feel ornery, or if you figured out that you must not have been in the receptive mode because something you didn't want happened. In other words, it doesn't matter which way you figured it out. But when you start deliberately and consciously making the association between how you felt and what happened, how you felt and what happened, then what begins to happen is more of what you're wanting comes about, because you are more deliberate about the way you're pointing your mind. Things are lining up. And so the best way to get more things to line up is to acknowledge and crow about and milk with everything you've got the things that you are seeing line up. The way to get more things line up than the things you've already got lining up is to acknowledge the things you've already got lining up. That really is the simple and expert answer. The entire body of work that we have been doing through Esther, through all of these years, is to find some way to help you understand what the receptive mode is. But we can't give it to you. We can describe it to you, but you have to find it and acknowledge it, and then find it again and acknowledge it, and then find it again and acknowledge it until you are more chronically there. It's not hard to trust something that you just absolutely know. Doesn't matter if it's true, doesn't matter if you're making it up, doesn't matter if it hurts, doesn't matter if it doesn't. None of it matters except that those conversations take you out of the receptive mode, and that matters. So you reach the place where nothing matters except that you be in the receptive mode. It's sort of like evaluating what matters more. And sometimes the complaint has momentum. There's a phrase in your physical environment that has been used for a long time: don't argue for your limitations. And that's what we're talking about. You cannot be in vibrational alignment with what you want and the absence of it at the same time. What it comes down to is that so much has manifested. So there's so much stuff to observe, so many experiences, so many people, so much to observe. So if you're observing and your vibration is broadcast from you because of what you're observing, then nothing can ever go beyond what is. Because what is what you're observing, and so you just keep recreating what is because it's what you're observing. Never mind what is, what's in the vortex. Because what's in the vortex is what will be what is. And so what is so interesting to so many of you that you give your attention to what is, not even realizing in many cases that your attention to what is, if it feels limiting, is preventing you from what really is in the process of becoming. It's just an ongoing state of becoming. It's easy to just throw a little junk in it saying, I don't feel that good, or I can't do as well now as I could do then, or I'm not as strong as I once was, or I don't have the stamina that once has. That's just like gathering up stuff that isn't going to look good when you're finished and putting it all together. And you never see a sculptor taking a big pile of clay and just throwing it down and then complaining, oh, it didn't turn out right. You expect to gather it up. And that's what we're talking about here. We're asking you to bring the best of you to your creative workshop.